let's now move on to grammar. We are going to look at the grammar item called interrogatives. In this item, we are looking at three specific interrogatives known as which, what, and whose. Now, like I said earlier on, these are called interrogative words. Now, the word interrogative comes from the word interrogate. Alright? What does interrogate mean? Interrogate means to question. Okay, like for example, a police will interrogate a thief, a suspect, to ask him questions so as to find out some details about certain things. So in other words, we can say that which, what, and whose are actually question words. Interrogative words and structures are used for asking questions. Some examples of these interrogative words are who, what, how, why, how, whom, whose, which, when, and where. However, in Primary 2, we're only looking at which, what, and whose. Okay, these are used in questions to show what kind of information is wanted. Now, the words which, what, and whose can be pronouns or determinants. Let me show you some example. Let's look at what first. If I say, what did Susan want? In this question form, we call the what a pronoun. And for what sort of drink does James want? We call it a determiner. Now, for what, sometimes it is indefinite choice. Meaning if I say, what do you want? I'm expecting any answer to come from you. Alright? What drink do you want? You may be telling, your answer may be coffee, it may be tea, it may be milk, it may be a soft drink. Okay? It may be a shake. Right? But let's look at the other interrogatives. For example, which. When we talk about which, we are also looking at pronouns as well as determinants. Which is mine is a pronoun. Which dress is mine is a determiner. It determines which one is yours. Alright? Which is used when we are making a choice. Alright? And you know definitely which one. For example, which drink do you want? Coffee, tea, or milk? So you know that there are these three choices, you make one choice. And move on to the next one, whose. Whose is this? It's a pronoun. Whose pen is this? It's a determiner. Now when we talk about whose, alright, we actually talk about belonging. Okay? Something belonging to someone or even an animal. For example, whose kennel is this? It is Pluto's kennel because it has a name, Pluto, on it. You see what I mean? Alright, whose kennel is this? It is Pluto's kennel. Now with this information, let's just work on a simple practice to see if we are able to put these three interrogatives in the right places. I'll be guiding you along. Ready? Complete each question with interrogatives. Which, what, or whose. Now let's take a look. Blank lives in that burrow. A rabbit lives in that burrow. We have a choice of which, what, and whose. If we read it through, which lives in that burrow? Well, although which is used for animal or things, and a rabbit is an animal, alright, it doesn't sound right at all because we are not making a choice. We are asking a question as to, can you tell me, any answer can come out. Right? Any answer can come out. It can come out, maybe a dog, an earthworm, an apple, anything, because there wasn't a choice made. So in this case, when there's no choice made, it is what? Any answer can appear. Although, of course, we know those are the wrong answers. Only rabbit is the correct answer. So what lives in that burrow? A rabbit lives in that burrow. It depends on also the kind of answer you are expecting. If you want to replace it with which, right, the question has to be changed to which animal lives in that burrow. Okay, you see how the sentence has been changed if you want to change the interrogative pronoun. Let's move on to number 2. Blank home is that. The lions live there. That is their den. Now the key word here is the word there. Their den tells us that the den belongs to them. Who's this den? It refers to the lions. Alright? So, the lion's home, right? That is the lion's home. So, we know very specifically that the home belongs to the lion. And if you can recall during the lesson, I actually talked about this belonging when you have to use whose. Whose home is that? The lions live there. That is their den. Number 3. Blank animal lives in a wormhole. A worm or a wombat? Is there a choice? That's right. You have a choice of two. I'm expecting either a worm or a wombat. If you say a pig, then of course it does not answer my question. If you tell me a snake, it does not answer my question because I'm giving you a choice. In this case, when you are given a choice, you have to use which. Which animal, you know the answer must come in the form of an animal. Okay? Which animal lives in a wormhole? But if I don't want animal, I want something lives in a wormhole. It will be what lives in a wormhole. So it really depends on how the question is phrased. So in this case, which animal lives in a wormhole? A worm or a wombat? Number 4, blank animal is that. That is a bat. It lives on a tree. What do you think is the answer? Should it be which animal is that? What animal is that? Or whose animal is that? Well, the one that is definitely out should be whose. Because there's no mention in the sentence that the animal belongs to someone or another animal. So this should be out. Then we are left with what animal is that or which animal is that. Do we have a choice? Are we given a choice? No. We can expect the answer to be, oh, that is a bird. Oh, that is a leopard. That is a snake. Since there is no choice, then we have to choose the one that has no choice, which is what? What animal is that? That is a bat. It lives on a tree. Question 5. Blank animal lives here, a cow or a pig. Now the clue to the answer is this part, a cow or a pig. You know that a choice has been given to you. You either choose a cow or a pig. So in this case, we have to use the choice word, right? Which. Which animal lives here? A cow or a pig? You see that? Well, you move on to more practices so that you get yourself very familiar